I saw some, there was a document. I don't know who put it out. I gotta check it. And I'll talk more about this tomorrow, but saying that from a talking point perspective, shouldn't talk about the idea of Trump cheating in the election or, possible, disruptions to the election process and this and that, because it discourages people from voting. Now, I happen to think that our audience, frankly, if I had an audience of 10 million people, I might contemplate like, I should be careful about that. In my mind, there's no one in our audience who is not going to either vote or not going to not vote willfully, right? Like there's no, like people aren't going to be afraid to vote. They're either like not voting because they feel adamant that like I can't vote for Joe Biden or whatever it is. And I hope there's not many of those people. And my assumption is that the rest of you are going to vote because you understand. I mean, why would you listen to this program? And just sort of be lackadaisical about it. I can understand why you would listen to this program and be like adamant, like I don't vote. I listen to this program to learn about politics, and I'm engaged in I'm an activist, and I'm involved, and I don't believe in electoral politics. I mean, I would have an argument with that, but I wouldn't be shocked. But like casual, like I listen to that program every day. I'm just casually involved in politics. Yeah, that, or interested in what the future of our society is. So if I can vote, if it's convenient, I'll vote. I don't think we have any listeners like that. So I'm not concerned about scaring you away from voting, because in my mind, this stuff makes it more urgent that you need to vote. And, I've been listening to the right wingers for a long time, and they all get on the page like this. And Mark Levin, Roger Stone saying the exact same thing within a day or two of each other. Donald Trump saying the same thing. This lunatic, Mark Caputo. Let me read this story actually maybe we'll save it for tomorrow. Let's go to the commander in chief. This is the president of the United States. He is on with Fox and Friends this morning. He is completely out of his mind. We'll take this. I guess, in order. Here is Donald Trump pushing the narrative that this election is going to be illegitimate if he loses.
That state easily. But the one thing they can't beat if they cheat on the ballots. Now, he'll cheat on the ballots. I have no doubt about it. This is the same man who's in charge of the ballots. So you have the unsolicited ballots or the solicited, the governor.
Pause it.
The governor's in charge.
Pause it. We are talking about the governor of Nevada. And I guess because Nevada is going to be mail-in, he's saying that they're going to cheat on this. I'm not even 100% sure. But listen, keep going.
I have no doubt about it. This is the same man who's in charge of the ballots. So you have the unsolicited ballots or the solicited, the governor. The governor's in charge. They followed us everywhere they had a site. My people told me they've never seen anything like it. Every place we had a big open site, outdoor site, which is great. It would have been perfect. They said no. So we had to go someplace. We ended up in a very big building. But I would have preferred being outside like we were the night before. But the night before, it was amazing that we got it because they were trying to break it up. This is what we're up against. This is what's happening, and it's a disgrace.
Right.
And you're going to see something with these ballots. You're going to see corruption like you've never seen. You're going to see a rigged election. This guy would do anything, and he's in charge of the ballots.
But you have an attorney general.
Governor with that kind of a take in charge of the ballots?
I'm curious as to what Kilmeade was saying was the good news there about the attorney general. The attorney general in Nevada, or was he talking about Bill Barr? They are mad, and they must have in polling that shows they're going to get wiped in Nevada, and they're mad because they had an indoor rally and the Nevada governor spoke out against it. Roger Stone is claiming the same thing, that the Nevada governor is going to cheat on the ballots. We'll play that in a bit. Well, let's play that now. Since Donald Trump, I mean, this is, they are coordinating their message. I don't know if they sit there and go like, this is what the plan is for this week, or just like Roger Stone's like, Donald, listen to me on InfoWars yesterday. Play this. This is Roger Stone like 2 days ago on InfoWars.
But I still honestly believe in my heart that if only voters who are entitled to legally vote because they are citizens vote, and they vote once, Donald Trump will be elected president. The ballots in Nevada on election night should be seized by federal marshals and taken from the state. They are completely corrupted. No votes should be counted from the state of Nevada if that turns out to be the provable case. We can prove voter fraud in the absentees right now. Send federal marshals to the Clark County Board of Elections, Mr. President. It's all there.
Roger Stone, that was my next question. What does Trump need to do with 53 days out? Because it's clear they think they can steal it. They've said they're going to oppose it. Big tech, Zuckerberg says they're going to launch it for weeks or months, hold it up. I mean, that's their plan. How do we counter this?
The president should call former Congressman Bob Barr, and he should ask him, he should appoint him a special counsel. He should order his appointment as a special counsel with the specific task of forming an election day operation using the FBI, federal marshals, and Republican state officials across the country to be prepared to file legal objections and, if necessary, to physically stand in the way of criminal activity.
What?
Exactly. And the whole Democrat strategy is if federal officers or locals enforce election law, that's criminal and that's blocking votes when they have bombed the country with 80 million basically fake ballots to gum things up on purpose. And the Clintons are now, as you said, chortling, admitting that they have a military plan once the election is in question to remove Trump. Is that wishful thinking, or they have a small cadre and they're trying to act powerful? What's the plan?
I don't want to overplay the facts here, but if someone will study the president's authority in the Insurrection Act and in his ability to impose martial law, if there's widespread treating, he will have the authority to arrest Zuckerberg, to arrest Tim Cook, to arrest the Clintons, to arrest anybody else who can be proven to be involved in illegal activity. I do not advocate preventive detention, but people who commit crimes and think they can continue to get away with it because we have two-tier justice are just wrong.
Well, let's be clear. When we have a Chi-Com-backed big tech running slave camps in China, belligerently trying to steal the election, and they've pressed the attack and they won't stop, they believe in a game of chicken. They're about to win. I've never heard you, and I've seen you back 40 years ago on TV.
Okay, we don't need to hear any more of this. Okay, so basically, they are mad at the Nevada governor because he signed a bill mandating mail-in voting, so everybody will get ballots. And the only thing I can imagine is the real problem why they are so upset about this is not so much that they feel they're going to lose Nevada, because they lost Nevada last time, and I don't, maybe they had polling that they thought they could win. I don't know. I think the fear is they're afraid that other states may follow this lead, or they want to just use this as the premise that mail-in balloting, or that just balloting in general, is fraudulent. And you've got, Roger Stone, like I say, we had the president. Roger Stone said that 3 days ago about Nevada. You have the president on Fox and Friends saying it today.
Roger Stone has a big Nixon face on his back, and it's very Nixonian to project the way that they basically project the election fraud onto the Democrats. That's why Nixon tapped like the Watergate offices. It's because he was convinced in his mind, or at least he said he was convinced in his mind, that LBJ bugged him the exact same way. It's always, I'm just reacting to what the evil Democrats are doing.
It's exactly what the Swift voting was. I mean, it's a long time strategy. George Bush went AWOL from the reserves. And so the Democrats thought, oh, well, this would be a way to highlight that. And the Republicans go right as a vet. And this is a similar strategy, although, the problem is that Roger Stone has the president's ear. And when he starts talking about sending around these federal troops, I mean, this is something that I've been, talking about for the past couple of weeks that I'm a little concerned about, that these feds that they're bringing in, these unmarked cars, like, are they just going to sit around on election day? Bill Barr's not going to use them, send them to, I don't know, a county in Wisconsin, a county in Pennsylvania, Macomb County in Michigan. Who knows? I don't know. But it's disturbing.